Hey Zeph, it's been a while since you made a video, man. What's up with that?
I know it's been a while since I made a video, and I'm working on myself. I'm trying to fix a lot of things about myself, and that's partially why I haven't made a video in a while. I've spent a whole lot of time really in introspection of who I am as a person, who I want to be as a person, and what I need to do to change that. And today's video is going to be about communication, which is one of the many facets of what makes a person who they are. And your ability to communicate is vital to your ability to tell other people how you feel and receive feedback on the things that you do right and wrong. Now, with that said, I know that videos like this don't really have a huge follower base or anything like that, and I don't expect a lot of views or a lot of likes or a lot of any of that stuff. I would appreciate any of it, but I don't expect it. With that said, I say that too fucking much. But anyhow, my point is, this video is intended for people who are struggling or don't know something that I might say in the video, or just really need to sit back and hear somebody talk about something. And I feel like a lot of my points are fairly valid, but feel free to provide any sort of criticism that you feel is necessary, and let's get right into the video. What is communication? The definitions of communication are: 1. The imparting or exchanging of information and news, and 2. The means of connection between people or places in particular. Now, why is communication important? Well, it allows us to build character, form relationships, and create progress in the many different facets of our lives. From business to romance to family and friends, communication is a necessary part of creating and maintaining any form of a relationship. The better you are at it, the more likely you are to succeed in whatever relationships you care the most about. So, why do I think people are so bad at it so often? Well, there are so many reasons for this, from parenting to society to personal sloth and fears to the reactions of others when you try to communicate with them. For instance, my boss and I, we haven't been the closest or the best at communication, and that was something that I could have easily helped to remedy if I had simply come forward about a lot of the things that I felt and thought, ultimately improving our effectiveness as a team. But out of fear, I withheld my opinions because I didn't want to lose hours at the cost of my honesty. I went to a supervisor with my complaints, and the supervisor told me so many things about my boss that made me realize just how wrong I was in so many ways, and how I was facilitating my own problems by not communicating with him. It seems to me that in life, we're often the creators of our own issues. Through our ignorance, our arrogance, and even sometimes apathy, we nearly always create unnecessary stressors for ourselves. That's only one of few examples that I have, but the idea here is that you don't need to feel comfortable with your honesty, because it will often feel as if, in fact, your honesty may hurt people or mar your reputation. But your honesty and your willingness to communicate will ultimately aid in people's perception of you in the long run, I feel. Often, people don't even judge you negatively if you come to them in a constructive and lighthearted way. We, as a people, have engineered a society that disrupts our communicability. I think, in the name of competition. From social media to busy lives, we have become so very detached from the thing that I think is most important for us as creatures of communion. Most of us evolved from nomadic groups at some point or another. Ancient man often lived in small groups from a few dozen up to a couple hundred, and everyone had roles to fulfill that facilitated true building of relations between the people and kept things moving. Today, those lines have become blurred, and in this massive gray area, we've injected busy work. It nearly imitates menial slave labor, and we've injected detached forms of conversation through media, partying, drugs, sex, and most notably in my case, video games. And we seem to deify hatred, self-absorption, being the best, even if it means being alone, and using others to gain in our own lives while rejecting the pleas for help from them. We use these things as crutches to get away from the tough, arduous tasks that come with truly building relationships. Combine the ease of modern detached living with our fears of wasting time and being taken advantage of, and you get a bitter brew of detachment, distance, and depression. For instance, I recently had a love interest turn sour when our communication halted. She stopped talking to me for nearly a week, and instead of asking what was wrong, I simply assumed that she didn't care anymore and wasn't interested. When I finally did decide to hit her up, I found out that she's miserably busy, literally to the point that she's losing sleep. I immediately realized that out of my anger and self-absorption, I failed to communicate, and without realizing it, I put my own wants above her physical health. Now, she could have easily told me what was going on, but I also easily could have asked. Relationships are always a two-way street, and if either side stops performing, the entire system is at risk of falling apart. So, what can we do to change it? How can we fix this issue? And I think that one of the biggest things that we have to realize when we talk about changing our person is seeing where our strengths and weaknesses lie, attacking the weaknesses, nurturing the strengths, and developing a goal, plan, and means of fulfilling the plan. We have to know what we're up against and why it's an issue in the first place. Now, I won't ever tell anyone to do anything directly, because I believe in the freedom of people to choose whether or not they care, do, say, want, or anything for that matter. You are your own person, and I wholly believe that you should do what makes you comfortable. But I know for a fact that I have never felt so fulfilled as I did this past week. Why? Well, I came out of my shell to several of the people around me, and I broke that bitter ice that had crusted over the bridges connecting us. I swept it away and revealed the trodden path beneath, and in those moments I felt comfort in the fact that I was doing just fine. I wasn't fucking anything up, I wasn't hurting anyone else, I wasn't halting progress by coming out and saying how I felt. I realized that people do care when you've been around them long enough. People are not as often thinking badly about you as you might think that they are, and in fact I would go as far to say is they probably are just as worried about what you're thinking about them as you are of what they were thinking about you. So break the ice, be constructive, concern yourself with the lives of those that play important roles in your own, because without them your life would be very different. So that about sums up today's video. Thanks for watching, you guys. Take it easy, and be sure to like, comment, subscribe, whatever you feel that the video deserves. Hopefully this is helpful in your life. I wish that I had somebody tell me these things earlier on, or at least tell me in a manner that I would have understood it, because if anyone ever has told me these things or tried to explain things to me and these particular things to me, then it was never done in a way that I received it, and maybe I just didn't care. Maybe I finally started caring about my life and actually building myself. But I've made a lot of changes recently, and hopefully if you need to make changes, this can help you. I intend to make a lot more content like this because I feel like there are so many people out there doing fun, angsty, crazy things on YouTube, and I really haven't seen a whole lot of people making honest videos talking about their lives and what they think about things and really trying to help people. Now they're out there, and there are some really good channels dedicated to that stuff, but I don't see enough of it, so I want to help contribute to growing that particular type of video style. If you guys like it, like I said, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy.
Yes, he's definitely... You're so stupid!
If we win this round, I'm gonna fucking I'm gonna bang my head on my desk.
He's gonna keep going. He's gonna...
No fucking way. I'm done. I'm fuck. Are you kidding me?
He's trying so hard, like he's not trick shotting.
He got a Cerberus! He fucking got a Cerberus!
What the hell?
The fucktard just got a Cerberus! What the
I told you,
fuck?
this game favors retards, and I'm never like, I'm actually preaching this shit.
Oh. He did kill last guy.